The story of Japan's comeback after nuclear attack is not just a story. It's a story of hope. It's a story of healing and surviving from the darkest of all. It's a story of fighting spirit that just didn't give up even when everything was destroyed. It's a story which always forces you to think that it's not ended yet. If you're thinking it's ended, then it's time to think that it's not ended, it's not over yet. Because if something that is terrible like nuclear attack that happened in Japan and they overcame from something like that, which means you can actually overcome from anything in this world, and especially if you're going through any tough times. So this video is specially made for you, so please keep watching till the end. So let's talk about like how they actually survived or how they overcame from basically how they make their comeback. Because when you go through such a hard situation, for example, if I talk about uh, our human life situations, such as going through any serious situations, either through financial way or through health wise or even through emotional wise, for example, either losing a job or losing a person, okay, whom you considered your world. So such things actually create so much mental turbulence and emotional uh, torment to you. I mean, it's insane. So these are actually nothing when compared to uh, a bomb being thrown on your entire country and you are kind of victim in it, and you are kind of taking so much physical and emotional pain. And we should discuss that when we were researching about this, we also came to know that uh, the special areas where actually the bomb was put in, it was Nagasaki and Hiroshima. So it happened, on August 1945 as a part of World War II. So in order to end that, people thought this could be the best way, which was not, honestly. So what about, the people who went all this? So nearly, it's mentioned that around more than 1 lakh people in Hiroshima and more than 70,000 people in Nagasaki, they were killed during uh, this act of bombing. And when we were researching, we came across two important points. That is PTSD, which stands for post traumatic stress disorder. So this is a stress disorder which became very common in people who affected by this bomb incident. And it's very weird that these kind of people who are affected by bomb, they were literally called something called um, hibakusha. Okay. So which literally means bomb affected people. So if we try to talk about this entire thing, I think it will be another big session, I would say. Because let me tell you that even the people of the Japan were not considering these people who were affected by bomb, that is hibakusha, as very very normal. Because there was a social stigma that was also around these kind of people. Because as bomb was fallen on these areas, it was mentioned due to radiations and all, the genes might have variated a bit, and it kind of become hard for childbirth. So the kind of this literally made the people, okay, outside, who were not affected by the bomb and bomb area. So they literally felt like, so they created a kind of scenario where these people who were affected by the bomb areas, they actually felt very, what do you call that? I'm not able to. I just don't know. It's kind of I should say like a kind of partiality it is being made, and also discrimination. I think this is the right word. The discrimination. So basically, um, they were not allowed for marriages. They were not able to uh, get good. employment or job facilities as well, because this social stigma was around them. The worst is this is a social trauma, so what we can call it as, because this if this discrimination is happening just because you are a bomb affected area person, so this is entire society which is not affected, they are kind of making discrimination over you, so it becomes a kind of social stigma and social trauma only. So literally a trauma. Okay, so the bomb has fallen and so much things had happened to you, and then uh, XYZ things, and again on that their society is also not treating you right. So I think you can just imagine their position and the kind of pain they have gone through. So it's literally insane, one can't even imagine, I would say. And yes, so let's talk about very important part of the video, that is like how they healed from all these things. So primarily this is Japan. So it's a, you know, it's a country of traditions, culture. So they have very good medicinal and medicinal Ayurvedic practices as well. So yeah, I think that is the one of the biggest thing which helped them. So if I start talking about it, so I can share you some research which talks about collective or group, group based activities, especially to come out uh, from this trauma basically. And also, any when you go such things, you also will have that trauma things, and depression will always be there, and basically you're mentally and emotionally completely exhausted. Okay, you're not in a good position to be in, honestly. So that mental state is really hard to be in. So healing from that was very essential for them in order to come move on in life. So let's directly talk about the kind of remedies that they followed in order to come from that generational trauma, which we say. So most importantly, they followed something called collective remedies, which means doing remedies or any kind of discussions or any kind of, basically following any rituals in a collective group. So they made this group, um, and in groups they were performing any ritual and any practices such as blooming flower technique. So it's one of a technique where, in group it is the positivity is kind of encouraged. For example, if someone is not good in anything, then they won't directly say it like you're not good in this thing. So instead they tell that, uh, yes, you are getting better in this, and yes, you are with daily you are it's like it's kind of positive reinforcement that is being made in groups. Okay, so that is basically the blooming flower. Basically we say positive things, uh, and no negative things, that's it. And that is um, bloom flower. And yes, and just like this there are so many other symbols and techniques which are being used in groups collectively in order to come out from this thing. And the second thing was drinking the water which was energized. So as I mentioned, so the water has the ability to collect the energy. So it has this storing of energy, it has that ability. So for that reason they'll recite the mantras, and like on a whole day the recitation will be done, and in that recitation zone the water will be there, and they'll keep drinking that kind of water. So when you drink the energized water, so the water that is energized with any mantra and all, uh, so it will obviously help you heal from things, and it will try to change your energy. So there is that pessimism, negativity, so that energy can be taken out from this drinking energized water thing. And then the thing is, this practice, that is drinking the energized water, it takes a lot of time to give the reflection, or for results to get, it needs more time. For that reason they also started fasting for weeks. So basically some studies agree with this and some studies they don't agree with this, but it is mentioned that when we do fasting for weeks, so it will help to as the body gets changed and new cells are also uh, try to form. So in that zone, the whatsoever the trauma that is stored, usually what happens is the traumas, they will be stored in our bodies only, in the cell of our body. The trauma will be stored. So when we do passing something like this, so when new cells are formed, so this old trauma that indirectly gets uh, excreted out. So basically that trauma eventually gets out, and they just don't come to the next, when the new cells are formed after fasting. So there will be a very less amount of trauma if compared to the previously, uh, if it wasn't doing any passing something like that. So passing for weeks, that also helped a lot for them. And in this entire thing, if we want to conclude something, so whatsoever the remedies they were doing it collectively. So it was like connecting. When we do things in groups, so obviously it will be more beneficial. So performing any activities, especially to come out from traumas and PTSD disorders, and also its symptoms too. So this is it. So if you are going through any tough time, if you are dealing with any trauma and mental or emotional trauma, torture, something like that, uh, following these remedies might work. When it comes to fasting, better not go for a long week fasting, because it's not actually, um, it's not, there are two kind of studies which support, uh, and there is another study which doesn't support it. So even if you're doing, just do it for for one day, and next day you are having a meal. So something like that you can do. And there is also some things which comes in Jain culture. So that is, you stop consuming after 6 p.m. If you can follow that, that will also work miracle, because that comes in astrology. Because when you stop consuming after 6, basically after 6, the energy of the sun or your digesting energy, that will be reduced. So when you don't consume anything, so no energy will go down to digest that food. So obviously in that zone, the energy can go upward in that time. Whatsoever the ritual or practice, especially spiritual practice like nam japa or something like that, that is performed in that time, so you can directly get its benefit, and you can directly reach that conscious very easily, because the energy will be upward. So that's what it's been given in astrology and also in some cultures. So following these kind of things can actually help you come out from such things. But if there is any takeaway from this video, that is, nothing is ended. If you are feeling like everything is ended, then please understand nothing is ended. If something like that, a nuclear attack which literally destroyed the whole country, if that can created generational trauma, if that can be healed, then anything can be healed in this world. And make sure there is a hope always in life. And yes, this is the same hope by which I'm making this video. And yes, let's have a great hope, and just think that it's not the end, it's not over yet. The stories, you know uh, the story is still there. It's like Hindi, you can say it in Hindi, right? uh, it's not ended, like, I don't know how it says in Hindi, but yeah, picture abhi baki hai, something like that. So you can consider, so nothing is over it. I feel you can take a hope and a perspective, or a thinking that force you to think in a way where you can actually think, yes, it's not ended yet. Yeah, that's it. If this is not giving you the motivation or the kind of hope to deal with things in life, then I think it will be really difficult to come out from any trauma, any torment, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. And if you're watching till now, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Bye.